And we are live. Welcome to race number 6 of 20 here for Force 13 Racing. We're going to be live here from the Pikes Peak International Raceway, a 1.06 mile course located just outside of Colorado Springs. Now, it should be noted, let's take a look at the people who did not qualify for this race already. It would be Tanya Hardy, Lee Barrett, Brian Wood, Isaac Gomez, Ryan Leahy, Eris Sylvester, Jesse Powers, and Leighton Holland. For the people that did qualify, let's go ahead and take a look and see who's going to get the pole. It's going to be Daryl Manning with a speed of 146.848 miles an hour around this relatively flat 1 mile course. He is absolutely flying around this course if that's the time he really got. Flying. So you got your leader, Daryl Manning. In second place, we're going to have Alex Lubbers. Third, Ronan Hay. Fourth, we'll have Julio Cesar. And fifth, David Tone. Sixth, Ethan Bruning. Seventh, your points leader, Marcel Holos. And in eighth, Jack Boucher. In ninth, we have Wesley Hicks in the 50. And in 10th, Shriva Mirach Prasad will round out your top 10. So you can see here a bunch of stars here lining up in the top 10. And here is your command for today's race. And here we go. The pace car flies off. And we are underway. Pace car dives off into the short pit road here. Remember, the track length is only 1.06 miles. The cars come off of turn 4. And the green flag is displayed here in the beautiful Rocky Mountains of Colorado. And we can see Daryl Manning, although he did get off to a good start, Ronan Hayes going to jump right underneath him. It looks like Ronan's probably going to lead lap number 1. We'll see if that ends up occurring. It looks like that'll be the case. Ronan will go ahead and lead lap number 1. Here we have David Tones in second. We'll see if David's going to be able to take advantage here. And we have Marcel here in third. Now, he's the points leader, but an interesting thing about him being the points leader, to this point, he has not led a single lap. Meanwhile, problems here as the field starts to slow down for yellow flag as we have a caution on lap 1. And good Lord, we have a couple people down here in the infield wall. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened. This wreck occurred in the very back of the pack, but you'll see Orlando's going to slow down. They're going to go 4 wide. John Courier, Victoria Pontius, very hard off the inside wall. Orlando Figueroa and Nathan Foy look relatively unscathed. John Courier's car is trashed, and Victoria Pontius isn't looking much better, with John Courier taking a nasty lick off the inside wall. And John is going to retire due to his damages from that accident. Definitely not surprising, to say the least. So that is going to put our top 10 as the following. Ronan Hay is your leader. Second place, Daryl Manning. Third, Alex Lubbers. Fourth, Wesley Hicks. Fifth, Ethan Bruning. Sixth, Jack Boucher. Seventh, Julio Cesar. Eighth, Shriva Mirach Prasad. Ninth, Jason Mudd. And 10th, Luke Honor. Meanwhile, Marcel Holos is way back here in 27th. So, problems there for the 32, to say the least. Hank Dulce has also retired. Good Lord. Here's David Tones, who was also up there towards the start. He's dropped back to 25th along with Marcel. As we have here, just waiting for the race to go back green. We are on 1 lap to go here underneath the yellow flag. And here we go. Pace car's going to dive down. And green flag is out. And are we going to go 4 wide here for the lead on the... Oh, boy. Oh, Isaac Passett in the wall further back there. Still 4 wide. Good Lord, what a risky move there by Ethan, but it's going to pay off. Ethan to the lead. Very shocking turn of events there. And here the 00 and the 31 dive off to pit road. Not the 31 looks obvious, the 00 not so much. Don't know what's going on there. 09, Victoria Pontius on pit road. Ethan came out and he stole the lead away from Ronan Hay here very early on. You can see Chester Holmes and Doc Bear also going down to pit road there. Not sure what the fiasco is. Now this track is nowhere near as notorious for shredding tires as Rockingham. It's a much more gentle surface, so don't expect to see tire fall off to be anywhere close to what it was at the Rock. Go ahead and take a look at fastest lap so far right now. The 19. That'll be Don Sharp. He's got the fastest car. And that was set that time around, too, so you know he's definitely got some power underneath him. And that power is coming right now. So Don Sharp, right now, one of the fastest cars on the track. And in fact, that ended up just getting overturned with that lap as Marcel Holos turns the fastest lap. So Marcel Holos looking very good to defend his points lead here. Not if Ethan has to say anything about it. Yeah, Ethan is doing very well in the points. He's currently 7th in the points. He's 105 points behind Marcel, though. It would take him a lot to be able to get the points lead away from Marcel. Marcel's going to have to finish really bad. And right now, Marcel is running... Where is Marcel running? Looking for him. He's in 17th. That's not bad enough. Marcel's going to have to finish in, like, the upper 30s at least. And that doesn't count any of the other drivers that are in front of him. Like Abdullah and Ryan Nack and Isaac Passett and Cesar Gomez and Nelson Mayer and Ethan Bruning. Well, not Ethan Bruning. No, Ethan is who we're talking about. So, all those people need to finish worse than Ethan by quite a bit in order for him to get the points lead. So, a lot would have to go his way, to say the least. Vernon looking pretty good to improve his points position. Right now, he's 14th in points. Vernon's second right now, and he's looking pretty good to stay there. And we have third place Wesley Hicks here, maybe battling for second here soon. Wesley Hicks has definitely had an up and down season, but hey, he's 25th in points coming into this race. He absolutely needs a good run today in order to be guaranteed into the next race at Nashville. Fourth place, Alex Lubbers. He's in the top 10 in points. I'm sure he's just looking for another solid run today. Parker Ellenberg, one of those people that are not safe right now on the outside looking in. He's currently 30th in points. He needs to gain a couple of positions in order to be locked into the next race. You know he's going to be driving real hard. Daryl Manning is another one of those drivers that's right on the bubble, 27th in points. Julio Cesar is way out of it, 49th in points. So he's just looking to get some points on the board. Michael Scott, he's pretty decently far above the bubble at 19th. And Chester Holmes is pretty far out of the bubble to the bottom, currently 43rd out of 15 points. And here's Nelson. He was your points leader he was your points leader going into the last race. However, he ended up failing to qualify for the last race, so he did not come out of it as the points leader, to say the least. Nelson looking like he's going to have yet another very strong run today, up in the top 10. And he just passed a boatload of cars, too, along with Marcel Hulos, who I think just put himself in the top 10. That number 32 Tide Ride is definitely coming in. It is a definitely strong car today. Watch out for that 32 to still be very good. Back up towards the front. No one's really challenging Ethan right now. Second place, Wesley Hicks. Third place, Ronan Hay. You see where they are. A couple car lengths behind, but the lead's not necessarily changing significantly. We'll have to see here. Wesley Hicks kind of looks like he's shot out of a cannon here. We'll see if he can continue to perform this well. Well, down into turn 3 and coming off of turn 4, let's go ahead and take a look at the tapes here. That lap by Ethan, 142.5 miles an hour. That lap by Wesley Hicks, 143.19 miles an hour. 142.6 out of Ronan. 143.4 out of Parker Ellenberg. And 141.98 out of Alex Lubbers. So definitely say Wesley Hicks is doing better. And he's definitely got the fastest car right now, at least out of the direct leaders. Let's see if he can keep his momentum up. He's definitely got the long run car set up, to say the least. Meanwhile, Nelson and Marcel continue to move through the field. That'll gain 7th for Nelson, 8th for Marcel. Two drivers that really want to stake a dominant claim to Force 13 racing. These two are looking like they are the top dogs for competing for the championship. If Nelson didn't miss a race, I would say he's still a top dog for competing for the championship. Unfortunately, he missed a race. The thing is that Nelson did so good in the first 4 races. He missed a race, and he's still 6th in points. So that's how good of a position Nelson was in, and he's clearly still got the speed out there. And they're coming up on Don Sharp here. Let's see if they can go ahead and pass them as well. Shrivon there in the 31. He is a lap down. Looking further back here, Looks like Jean-Michel Chung's going to try to take the 10th position away from Julio Cesar. Nope, that'll be... Never mind, that'll be for 11th. Isaac Passett in the 44th. That is in 10th. And Isaac Passett's currently 4th in points, so he's got that going for him as well. Jean-Michel Chung. He's also having a pretty decent... He had a little bit of a rocky start, but he's been slowly doing a little bit better by better. Finished 6th last week. He's all the way up to 12th in the points. And if he continues performing like this, we could be taking a look at a top 10 here. So Jean-Michel Chung might be good enough to be into the top 10 in points if he keeps this performance up. Luke Katz, someone who desperately needed a good performance. He's here on the 12th position. Yeah, Luke Katz has not had the season that he's wanted so far. Currently 41st in the points with 3 finishes worse than 30th and a DNQ. He's definitely got to step up his game a little bit if he just needs to get into the top 25 to even guarantee himself into the races. Being outside the top 25 is a very precarious spot. Only 17 out of the bottom 25 transfer into the next race, and that's if we're having 42 entries into the race. We will not be at Nashville, which is a problem. Yes, that is a big problem, to say the very least. See Isaac Passett and Jean-Michel Chung going around Shriva Mirage Prasad there. And now Nelson, he's starting to work on Don Sharp. Meanwhile, battle for the lead is now really heating up here as Wesley Hicks has run down Ethan Bruning here. They're pretty much bumper to bumper at this point. Go ahead and see how this battle ends up turning out. Going to be close. See the 50s trying to figure out a way to get around Ethan here, but Wesley Hicks, he's probably got the faster car, but right now this is not exactly a pass happy track. Probably the best place to pass here is going into turn number 3. Doing a pass in turn 1 is really difficult. If you want to do a pass in turn 1, you want to do it on the outside lane. Going into turn 3, that's a good one to go into the inside lane with. But that's about it. There's really no other good passing lanes. Wesley Higgs might be trying to go to the inside to turn number 1. Oh, he might get it. Didn't pass him all the way, though. He'll finish him off here in turn 3. A much more favorable line to the inside. And there you go. Wesley Hicks to the lead here in lap number 32. A driver that really, really needs a good performance. Remember, he is exactly 25th in the points. He needs to distance himself from that bubble. Should be noted, while they were battling, Ronan Hay, Parker Ellenberg, they've shown up right away. Yeah, they caught up in a hurry, so we'll see if these guys will be able to put any pressure on the top 2. Here, oh, Marcel slides up the track. And then we have, we got people coming to pit road. Nelson and, I apologize, Don Sharp. Wesley Hicks also coming in, along with Ronan Hay and Parker Ellenberg. And a couple of other drivers also on pit road. So Ethan is still out there on the track. Ethan comes in. Marcel stays out. Oh boy. And that means your leader, for the first time this season, believe it or not, is going to be Marcel Holos. 5 bonus points going to Marcel. And it's definitely a trait that's worth it here as long as you don't run out of gas. If you run out of gas, it's problems. But if you don't run, as long as you don't run out of gas, it's perfectly fine. And Marcel is staying out there for a little bit. Thing is that if you remember him and David Tones, oh, there we go. They're going on to pit road now. They might be a couple of laps after because those were some guys that ended up pitting during that first caution, which explains why they were a little bit faster than everyone else. Interesting. So meanwhile, it looks like that Wesley Hicks is going to be coming out with a whopper lead here. At least it looks pretty likely to me. Hasn't been confirmed yet. Can't imagine it'll be too much longer before it does confirm, though. Yeah, because he's got a pretty solid 2-second lead right now on Ethan Burning, so the 50 should be your leader. And he is. And here we've got the battle for second between Parker Ellenberg and Ethan Burning. Parker down to the inside. You should get P2 here. And I'll do it. Parker to P2. Not yet. Ethan fighting very hard on the outside lane. And looks like Parker is going to barely clear him off of turn 2. And I'm surprised Ethan didn't cross him right back over going into 3. And here comes Ronan down to the inside. Trying to use the tri-oval to shortcut. Look at this. He's going to go right by both of them. Oh! Look at this move. Ronan to second. A power move to the inside, to say the least. Great move there by Ronan. The thing is that this is just letting Wesley Hicks take off with everything, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but come on, guys. Here's Nelson, currently running in 5th. That'll increase his streak of top 13 finishes to 5. As long as he's able to finish this. Nobody's even close to that. So Nelson, despite missing a race, I think might be the surefire favorite for the championship as long as this all continues. But Marcel, he's looking strong too. He's still here in the top 10. So don't count out that 32 car. Wouldn't dream of it. Luke Katz up here in the top 10. So is Jean-Michel Chung. Bunch of drivers that said that, they needed a statement today. This is it. Julio Cesar definitely needed a good run today. 49th in the points. Really needed a strong run. Right now running in 11th. That'll help him. And if anything, this is really bad news for the driver of the 77 car. That would be Strat Becker, where she's currently running in 29th. He's last in the points, dead last, 50th out of 50. He's missed 2 races, and if you would believe this, 29th would actually be his second best finish on the day. If he can get around Abdullah and get up to 28th, it would tie for his best finish on the season of 28th. Strat's really going to need to do better than this. Cesar on pit road. And meanwhile, we've got this 5-car conga line. Meanwhile, go back up to the front. Wesley Hicks is a good 2 miles an hour slower than everyone else. I don't know if he's sandbagging the car or what's going on, but 2 miles an hour slower than everyone else. Well, that'll allow Ronan to catch right back up. Yeah. And here we go. Ronan's looking for a way around the 50. Did he blow through his tires? It's not too significant on this track. There we go. Wow, Wesley Hicks very loose getting into turn 1. I couldn't tell if there was contact there or not between the 42 and the 50. But either which way, Wesley Hicks back to P2. Ronan Hay is your leader. A flaming hay bale. Nelson is broken away from this pack a little bit. He's pretty much right in between the 2 packs. We'll see which one he's able to join. But these guys look like they're running pretty good. Jean-Michel Chung, Michael Scott, Luke Katz, Marcel Holos, Doc Berry, even though he's a lap down. And Julio Cesar here. That's the rest of your top 10. These guys are all running fairly nice with each other, running fairly clean. They haven't really tried to pass each other. Michael Scott will look here and there. Same thing with Luke Katz, but they're not really putting passes on each other. And that's going to allow them to run faster. Now, I think the 50 may have been conserving his tires. I might have been wrong. But for him to be that slow, it just seems very odd to me because he was a rocket. On the last stint, I really think that it's just tire conservation with the 50. Just lots of tire conservation for the 50. Whoa! Ethan having to get out of the throttle there. He got loose. And Parker looking down to the inside. No, and the caution flag is displayed. That'll be for the second time today. Go ahead and take a look and see what ended up happening here. Julio Cesar breaks down on the middle of the track. Oh, no. The man who desperately needed a good day. He is going to be out with an engine issue, and he's going to finish 38th. And all the leaders are going to take this opportunity to come down and make a pit stop. This will take them right up to the end of their pit cycle, so this pit stop, very crucial. And Ethan way out in front of everybody. I think they probably only took 2 tires. Same thing with Ryan Knack. Everyone else likely took 4. Interesting strategy, taking 2 tires with 40 to go. We'll have to see how that ends up working out for them. So we're taking a look at this right now. Your leader is going to be the 66 of Ethan Bruning. And second will be the 69 of Ryan Knack. Both of those guys took 2 tires. Then we have 42 of Ronan Hay, 50 of Wesley Hicks, 36 Parker Ellenberg, 39 Nelson Mayer, 20 Michael Scott, 49 Alex Lubbers, 32 Marcel Holos, and then 88 Jean-Michel Chung. Oh, issues for Nelson Mayer. That's a blow-up. Now, one of the things about Pikes Peak is that it's a very high elevation track. This track is over a mile high and very, very testing on engines. There's not as much air getting to these engines. They're not getting as much horsepower. And their reliability is definitely tanking. He's obviously not the first mechanical failure on the day. If you take a look here, we also had Finn Geyer going out due to a mechanical failure, Hank Dulce out due to a mechanical failure, and Orlando Figueroa also out due to a mechanical failure. So Nelson is going to be the latest victim. We have 30 cars on the lead lap. Jack Bocher's on the tail end of the lead lap. And the first car 1 lap down is Cesar Gomez in the 91. Pace car is going to come in. And we are going to have a green flag here when we come to the line. Green flag is out and we are underway. And we're going to have 37 laps to go. Look out. Ethan very wise there to avoid 3 wide. And Ryan Knack's going to jump to the bottom. Oh, wow. Perfect time to jump to the bottom there. But is he actually going to gain any advantage? It looks like that he barely got any grip down there. Man. Ryan Knack in the 69 looking a little slow right now. He's bottlenecking the field too. You can see them all bunching up 3 wide behind him. Look out. Wow, that's a tight fit. Oh, watch out here. Wesley Hicks, they're in the wall. Parker Ellenberg, Wesley Hicks, Marcel Holos involved, and there we go. Shrap Becker involved. Ryan Allen involved. Gabe Davis involved. A multi-car accident here on the front straightaway. And while everyone's racing back to the line, Jack Butcher's going to stay on the lead lap. Victoria Ponchos is not going to be able to get a lap back. Chester Holmes will get a lap back. And you'll see everyone pit this time around, so they're no longer borderline. My goodness. The big one happens here on the front straightaway. Things were looking very dicey, and I knew stuff was going to hit the fan. Didn't quite realize it was going to hit the fan that quickly. Look at it in slow motion. You can see Parker Ellenberg, Wesley Hicks, Gordon Leeming all go into the wall. Marcel Holos also involved. He gets hit in the rear end very bad by Daryl Manning. There you see the 99 getting hit really bad by Thomas Schwent. And then getting hit really bad by Gabe Davis. And you have Ryan Sierra also getting hit. Ryan Allen still spinning. The 07 of Dane Hammond being involved heavily. Strat looks like he was right in the middle of all of it. Strat was indeed right in the middle of all of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at Nutcam. Oh, we got a good piece of Daryl Manning. Gordon Leeming. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. Let's see, he's here down on the bottom. He just gets dragged along by everything. And of course, the almighty Gaston Cam. We'll see this all unfolding pretty much right in front of Marcel. He does a good job of trying not to get involved, but he ends up getting hit from behind and being forced to get involved. He tried his best. Schwentcam. Now he's way further back here, so this will be really interesting to see. Yeah, he just gets into the 99 real good. That brings us back to the restart, where Ryan Knack is going to lead. Jean-Michel Chung second, Ethan Bruning third, Don Sharp fourth, Alex Luppers fifth, Max Stern sixth, Ronan Hay seventh, Nathan Foy eighth, Gordon Leeming ninth, and Wesley Hicks rounding out your top 10. Pace car is in. We take a look at the retirements from that accident. 18 is out, 36 is out, 48 is out. Green flag is out. And Cesar Gomez wanting to make it 3 wide right away. Oh! Shrivon hard into the inside wall. They're going 4 wide again. Nathan trying to make a squeeze. 5 wide. Oh man, how did they not wreck? Things are getting frantic here with the restarts at PPIR. Ryan Knack running away with the lead right now. Nathan Foy is surprisingly in the 3rd position. Don Sharp moves up to 4th. Alex Lubbers will drop back to 5th. Max Stearns here in 6th. Luke Katz has made his way all the way up to 7th. You can see Ethan falling back. He was involved in that accident. You can see Michael Scott. He'll move up into 8th. Ronan Hay trying to take 9th away. And now how about Marcel just trying to not give up, trying to stay in the top 10, but his car's just too beat up. It's probably going to end up falling to Ryan Sierra here in the 0. And there you go. Ryan Sierra now moves into the top 10. Marcel not giving up in his beat-up race car, though. There is no quit in the Catman. Here we go. Ryan Sierra to the inside of Ronan Hay. It's gotten around him. There he goes. And Ryan Sierra will do it. And now Luke Katz will take the 5th position away from Alex Lubbers here. He's trying to have a very solid run. Nathan Foy, they'll pass Luke Connor. That is not for position. Meanwhile, battle for the lead between Ryan Knack and Jean-Michel Chung as Ryan Knack is trying to put his claim to the points lead, which right now he's got a pretty good stake in, whether if he finishes first or second. But Jean-Michel Chung trying to win. Can he get it done? Those 88 cars going to come down here to the inside. He'll lead that lap, but he doesn't have the lead yet. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be bananas time as Jean-Michel Chung has passed the number 69 for the lead. Jean-Michel Chung goes to the lead, and the crowd absolutely erupts as the fan favorite from Mauritius is finally leading here for Force 13 Racing. They are going absolutely mental for Jean-Michel Chung. It should be noted that Nathan Foy is now in a position to pick off both of them if needed to be. This is going to end up being a crazy end to the race here if this keeps on going. Looking further back, Ryan Sierra, 4th place. He's not doing bad at all. He's keeping it up for sure. Meanwhile, Alex Lubbers, he's going to pass Michael Scott. That'll be for 5th. And Luke Katz, I thought was going to go for 6th there, but he slid up the track, so he's not going to quite get it here. So Luke Katz will stay 7th. He's going to try to get 6th here going into turn number 1. He's probably going to get it. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead heats up between the 3 leaders. Ryan Knack is not giving up. Jean-Michel Chung, he's got the lead, but Ryan Knack is right there, and Nathan Foy is also closing in. Somebody who also needed a very good run today. He's been under the radar pretty much all day so far, but Nathan Foy, who was in the top 10 in points for quite a while, ended up having a poor last couple of weeks, finishing 41st at Texas and not qualifying for Rockingham. A 3rd place finish will go a long way towards making sure he's guaranteed into the race at Nashville. And here we go. Nathan's peeking here down low to the inside of Ryan Knack. And it doesn't look like he's going to get there, though. There's still plenty of time. If it's not going to be one of these three guys, Ryan Sierra is still close enough for him to be able to close in. Alex Lubbers having still a good showing. Luke Katz in 6th. We have Michael Scott here in 7th. Max Stearns in 8th. Devin Williams has somehow managed to get up to 9th with Don Sharp in 10th. So both of those Dodgers are doing very well. Ronan Hay has fallen back a little bit. He's now in 12th. Marcel Holos is just trying to salvage anything he can out of this day, being in 13th. Wesley Hicks in 14th. Tristan Lynn, 15th. Chester Holmes, he was a lap down earlier in this race. He's now up into 11th. What a recovery by him. And now this 9 car appears to be zooming. He's been nowhere all day long. So Devin Williams will move into 7th now. 3 wide. Luke Katz will try to go around the 38th. That will not be for position. We go back up here to the top 3 between Nathan Foy, Ryan Knack, and Jean-Michel Chung. This is where I imagine the rest of the battle's going to be. Though Ryan Sierra is catching all 3 of these guys. He's been about a half a mile an hour faster around this track for the last couple of laps or so. It's going to be interesting to see if that 0 car can catch these 3. Lap traffic, I don't know if it'll be a huge concern. Strat Becker and Shrivan Barach Prasad are there. Strat being involved in that accident is pretty much nailed him to the coffin yet again. Needed a strong performance today to get out of the cellar, and it's just not going to be today. He's been involved in an accident in every single race that he's been in so far. Just very, very unlucky out of that 77 team. It's going to be a very interesting end to this race. 10 laps to go. Will it be Jean-Michel Chung, Ryan Knack, Nathan Foy, Ryan Sierra? Or could there be another caution and have it be somebody else? Julio Cesar blew a motor and ended up stopping right in the middle of the track to bring out the caution. Ever since then, this race has been blown wide open. And now the lap traffic is going to begin to be a problem. Jean-Michel Chung goes right down to the inside. He'll get around the 77 without any problems. The 69 will put it right down there on the white line. Nathan Foy will drop back a little bit as he got caught up by Strat Becker. And now here comes the 0 of Ryan Sierra. He's going to be there. He's going to be a factor in the finish of this race. Now the 69 was able to get off of Jean-Michel Chung a little bit with that lap traffic. Will that be enough distance for him to be able to make a pass on Jean-Michel Chung? He's going to get a good run here off of turn 4. Will he think about it going into 1? Not enough. Oh, but Jean-Michel Chung slides up the track a little bit. Ryan Knack not able to take advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, all within a second of each other. All 4 of these guys battling for position. 6 to go. No lap traffic is in these guys' universe. It's going to be all between these 4 drivers. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a crazy close race. I don't know if everyone's just saving everything for the last lap or if there's going to be something else. 5 to go. And the caution is out! The caution is going to come out with 4 to go. Whoever makes it back to the line first may very well win this race. Jean-Michel Chung's going to lead him back to the line. Oh, no. 4 laps to go. I don't think there's enough time to restart this race. Are you kidding me? Jean-Michel Chung might have just won Pikes Peak because of a late race caution. What is the reason for the caution? Oh my good lord, we have a massive wreck on the front straightaway. It's going to involve Luke Katz. What happens here? Luke Katz is slow. He's trying to get to pit road. Everyone bottlenecks behind him. He gets hit by the 01, so he's going to go around. David Tones and Jack Boucher are involved. Also the 55 of Gabe Davis. A ton of people getting bottlenecked behind the 12 trying to get to pit road. Oh my good lord. Now, are we going to see a restart? Well, if the lights don't go off here, this race is over. Your winner is going to be the 88 of Jean-Michel Chung. We'll see what NASCAR's decision is. Lights stay on. That's it. The winner of this race is going to be Jean-Michel Chung in the 88. This race is over. How infuriating must that be? For Ryan Knack, for Nathan Foy, for Ryan Sierra. All had a legitimate shot at winning this race. They're probably just waiting for the perfect time to put the perfect move on. And it's over. That's it. Luke Katz causes a late race caution. You'll see the white and the yellow flag displayed here. As you'll see, everyone will be able to come by. You still have to complete every lap. Oh man, imagine a mechanical failure happening underneath the yellow flag. People would go mental. It's happened. And here we go, coming off of turn number 4. Jean-Michel Chung will be presented with the yellow and checkered flags, and he will win caution here at Pikes Peak. Finish. The fan favorite Jean-Michel Chung has done it. It is bananas time here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway. Jean-Michel Chung will take home the victory. And that will conclude our broadcast here from Pikes Peak. We will see you next time at the Nashville Speedway, which will be a short track. We will see you then.